Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it. And we made it through them problems, now it's God body. We eat, sleep, breathe this. Wave till they see sick. Do it right the first time, they all try to remix. Yeah, they grinded, but we grinded different. Tell them they time is ticking. But we time a fish. Bet not leave a minute, stop it. Something like the goat off in that pocket. Whole squizzy riding with me, who gon' stop it? My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Tonight it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw right away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. In Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform, he went 104, 53-1 in the regular season. Threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns. A Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks. And, of course, led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48.
Hey, zero.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. And that's checked down to Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. It's now 2nd and 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Locke. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Now in his 4th year, you still have to marvel at the type of athlete that DK Metcalf is. Honestly, unfair to ask some corners to lock this guy down, and as we know, not many can. 75 catches, a career high 12 touchdowns last season, and a 1st down with that catch there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Sometimes it's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Shotgun snap to Locke. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick 6 ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go play action with Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Hey, 0-0-0.
On first down, Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 47 yards. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tanner Muse with it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Wilson. This is Gordon on the dump off.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They're going right back to Walker.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Easy. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And now here's another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A give for Walker running right. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to Walker on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
They run again with Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Walker. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try for the first with Walker. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Wilson. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They go play action now. Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet. But you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
94 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Block off of play action. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Seahawks, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.